Currently, I'm just setting up my English. Sorry, I'm having issues with my device. Let me go back to Streamlabs again. Okay, I think I can stream now. So here we go. Yeah. In the portrait, this is how it looks like in the portrait. Okay, so this is how it looks like. So that's how the whole game looks like. All right, so if I switch to this mode, that's the player versus a computer, you realize that we have difficulties. We have the easy, the medium, and the hard. Now if I switch to the hard right now, what we are going to see is I'm going to place my yellow here in the middle, then I go up on the left top, right, the left hand side, and then move to the middle here to block the AI from winning. So now there's a strategic game, so I'm going to teach you how to write this whole code right from here. So I'm going to do that with you, and I'm going to switch to a landscape mode so that I'll be able to write the whole code with you. And don't forget, when I'm done writing the code, I'm going to leave it in the Telegram channel where you can also access the source code. All right, so, or even I'll leave it in somewhere on YouTube. So now let's go and write the code. So today I'm using an editor called the Coder. That's the editor that I'm using today. It is called the Coder. I have numerous codes. Then we will create a new file. So we will name the file as Kwesida Frankaa. That's what we are going to do. Kwesida. Sorry, all in small. Kwesida underscored. Let's use dash rather. Dash Frankaa, FRNKAA .html, because we are writing our code in HTML. All right, then we click on create. Okay, so after clicking on create, what are we going to do now? We are going to now look for this Kwesida Frankaa thing. And now what are we going to do with our HTML? We first have to let you know, or we first have to let the document know what we are doing. So we are going to write our doc type, which is commonly known doc type, D doc type. So that will be doc type HTML. All right, then we move on to line 2 by clicking on enter. That takes us to line 2, which we are also going to write this HTML. Then that's the first open. Okay, that's the open of the whole code. Then write long which simply means language. All right, then we bring our equal sign, then we bring our quotations. All right, so en to tell us that we are coding, or any browser or anyone should be able to know, or the computer should be able to read this language in English. That's the meaning of HTML lang English. The HTML itself is the open. Now we write a head. Now what does the head do? The head simply contains all the how do I put it? So the head contains everything that we are going to write today. Okay, so next thing that we are going to do, as I said, we are going to write the head. So you look for your greater than, less than. That's what I call it, greater than, less than, head. Okay, now we move on to the next thing that we are moving on to is going to be our metadata. All right, so what is the metadata? What does the metadata does? That's what we are also going to look at. All right, so we are going to look at what the metadata does in this code environment. All right, so we just don't write anything like that, and this is how to write the metadata. So we go again with our greater than, less than. Now you can, if you are using Visual Studio Code, just some of these things do happen. And if you are using an Android to code, I'm using an iPhone XR to code, and as you can see, I'm using the coder. The coder is spelled Koder. You can find it on the App Store. If you are using an Android, you can also look for Code Studio. Yes, Code Studio. So now we are writing on beta chart. The chart set. Some of them do suggest for me, so there is no need for me to worry myself with a lot of writings. And where is our quotations? Today is my first time coding with my phone, like streaming. Okay, so pardon me if I'm encountering some TF. Okay, so T, no, keyboard is too small. F-8. Okay, so now the question is, what is this chassis UTF-8? What is the meaning of that? That's what somebody may be asking by now. And let me tell you the meaning of this chassis. It's not anything new when it comes to those who have been using HTML, especially the web developers. It's not something new to them. So if you are a beginner and then you want to know what the UTF-8 simply means, it is something that helps us also, or helps the system when it comes to writing of your code. Everything that you see that I'm doing right now is very important, and you don't need to omit it. If you are moving line by line with me, you need to understand what is the meta chassis, or what is the meta stands for. Right, so the meta chassis is it helps you when it comes to character encoding. So the character encoding, what am I talking about? I'm talking about sometimes you want to use emojis, you want to use alphabet, you want to use numbers in your coding. So with a meta chassis, that helps you. Yes, that helps you very much. So that's how that one goes. Okay, so we are going to continue with our code. Then we are going to write our next line, which we are still in the meta zone. So meta. So this time, what are we writing? The meta name. And what is the meta name does? Okay, somebody may ask you. So we are talking about the responsive of the design. How if you are using a phone and then you are on the web, how you want it to react, how you want to see things. If you are not going to use this one, it's also going to worry you in terms of how you see it on the phone. So that's why we are using the meta name. So we write the meta name equals, all right. So everything on the keyboard can be found easily, but when it comes to the phone, you and I can testify to it that it's not easy. It's not easy. So we write a viewpoint, okay. So viewpoint, let's move it backwards like this, okay. Viewpoint content, which equals the width. And don't forget, all these symbols that you are seeing are very important when it comes to coding. The width, okay. The width equals device, okay. So that's the width equals device. And you know what to do next. All you need to do is you bring your dash, you continue with the width again. Now don't forget, this may not be English, but you still need your signs or your symbols as like when you are writing. One day somebody asked me, so these things that you have been seeing, do you even understand what they are? Yes, I do understand what they are. I do really understand what they are. Very well, I do understand. Alright, so what we do again? Our equal sign, then we scale it. Alright, so you need to scale it to, let's say 1.0 will be okay. 1.0, let's use 1.0. And then we close it like this. Alright, and don't forget your closing sign. So we are now in line 5, and the whole code goes about like almost like 1,000 lines of code. So we are now at 5. So imagine we being at 5 and how it's going to be. So that's how it is. So let's continue with our code. Now we are at skill, so we'll continue to write our code. Now we move on to line 6 by writing the title. What is this symbol again? Okay, title, Title, title. Make it double L. Title, and we move to this side. We write. I want to write it in caps. Kwesida. So I did Kwesida. So Kwesida. That's how the Asantis will spell the Kwesida. And the Infantis will use E, while the Asantis will use A for the Kwesida Frankaa. Frankaa. Kwesida means Sunday. Frankaa means like climbing an orange tree. So now somebody is asking, what does it mean? What does the whole thing mean? The whole thing means climbing orange on a Sunday. Yes, to me that's how I understand it. So we are closing it. We close it with greater than, less than, slash with a title. Boom. We are done. Now after the whole of this, my next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to write everything in one file. I'm not going to separate it by writing the CSS in another file, the JS in another file, and then link them all together. But I'm going to write everything in one file. Okay, I'm going to write everything in one file. So I move on to the style. The style is the CSS. So what is the style? The style is like let's take the human body as an example. The style is like the flesh, the fairness, being dark, being fair. That's the complexion. So that's how the CS also works. So it just beautifies the work for you. And the HTML is like the structure, that's the skeleton, and the JS is like the movement or the brain of everything. So we are writing the style. So that's how to write the style also. My symbols style. Alright, so there is the opening of the style. Okay, Now what do we do next? Now this is the case that sometimes it really get people confused when they see this symbol called asterisk. Now what is the work of this asterisk? The work of this asterisk is everything that you are going to see based on this, like you Bob, like do you understand what I mean? So everything that you are going to see right from here, okay, they are all going to be based on this asterisk. Okay, that's the real meaning of what we are doing. So that's the tag for you, the style tag for you, and then we are going to write our global CSS reset. Okay, that's what we are going to do. All right, so don't worry. All elements, that's why we are using the asterisk. So all elements should be in this one. So now we do write our elements, and then we will start writing it from right from here. Sorry. Okay. So first we look for our curly bracket, then we write our margin. So we are writing the margin first, then with our colon like this, and then you space it 0, you look for comma. Okay, so I hit tapping on my phone screen like twice. This one worrying me. So and here we go. All right, so you write the box. Alright, so padding, and we write our padding also goes with 0. Then boxing or box size. This is an English. You write and then you think it will mean something. All right, borders, border dash box, boom. Then what we do, semicolon, and space this one, curly bracket. Now body, let's go. Body, we are writing as fast as possible. All right, come back. Next, so we are writing this way, background. Why am I writing it this way? Just to make it clear. So write a background. Now this is the CS we are writing, the CSS we are writing, that's the style. So what are we going to write? We are going to use a light blue color. All right, so light blue. Okay, then it means that to be continual, Next on the line is the font family. Okay, font family. Font family, that's what we are doing. Boom, space it. Let's go with Arial. Arial font size. Spellings. Arial. Then let's add the sans serif. Then we kind of move on to the display. Boom. Display, let's use flex. All right, so the game will be flex. And then justify content. Justify content. We hold it this way. Then space center. Okay, boom. Then what next? We move on to our line items. All right, align items, and boom, we centered our 1 2. Okay, and we centered our 1 2. So that's what we are doing. So what next? We move on. Let's move on. I'll just check in from my other device to see if there has been some comments so far, but there has not been any comments, so we are still going to continue with our to line 15, and line 15 is already the mini height. All right, mini height. Then move on to the hundreds. All right, so 100. Here we go. The padding. PS. So the PS simply means 10 pixels. All right, so we already have a bracket close here, so we move on to line 18 instead of line 17. Move on to line 18, and we start with the app. All right, so .app. Okay, we get it close. Enter. We want to line 19. We start writing the background. Boom. So the color of the background, let's do it like white. Let's use white, and boom. Then what do we do again? We go with the width. The width will be 100%. Typing 100, I'm typing something noise. 100%. And then here we go. Boom. Let me check it again and see how it's going. Okay, so what I'm doing today is I'm creating if you're a foreigner, it may sound something new to you, but if you are in Ghana, or if you have been in Ghana before, if you are a Ghanaian, you were born from childhood, you understand what I'm talking about. So this is how currently the game really looks like. What the game looks like, and I wish I could get some people on board for us to play. So that's how the game looks like. The Kwesida Frankaa looks like. So we are writing the code once again, and as I'm writing, I'm also teaching you how the whole code works. So player one start, he plays, he drops the yellow button, the yellow seed, and then second player plays. But currently this is two players playing, and the two players that are playing are basically you passing your phone to a friend, because I was thinking of hosting it using the Firebase, but later on, as I was thinking about it, I was like, okay, so why don't I finish the code later on, add this whole thing, because I may not finish with the whole code today. So maybe tomorrow we continue. So if you want to play with me, feel free. Just drop your code. Then we play. Hey, sorry. I thought I was playing Dream League. Sorry. So if you want to play this particular game right now with me, all you need to do is just type play. And then I'll make sure I'll play it with you. So that's what I'm going to do. All right. So if I'm going to try, there are 3 difficulties. All right. So we have the easy, we have the medium, and we have the hard. So each and every difficulty, that's when you are playing it against an AI or a computer. So currently I want to change my board. This game is very special. I really love it because I don't really like how the board looks like. So I can really change my board. And this is how I'm going to change my board. I'm going to click on change board right here, and I'm going to upload a picture, and the picture will be like the board. So I will go straight to photo library. So it's kind of loading, and then let me take the thumbnail rather. So I'm going to click on the thumbnail, and then I'll click on done, and voila. So you see how it looks like. Yes, it looks very perfect, it looks very neat. And then start playing with the computer. So if you want to play, just drop drop something. So he plays, and let me go up there to the left top corner, and then he comes here. So if he is going to place it in the middle side, he wins. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to place it in the middle between the bottom side. Yeah, so place it here, and he places it up there. And now there is the time for us to play. So I'm going to move mine to the top right corner to prevent him from winning. So he comes in the middle. So this is what is going to happen. If I'm going to move my left top corner, he's going to win, because he's going to move his to that side and he wins. And if I move my the bottom middle too, he's going to win. So all that I'm going to do is I'm going to move the top right down, right, this, okay. So he moves, okay, he's not ready to lose. So this is what I'm going to do. Block him in the middle like this. Check how he moves. Okay. So back to this side. I think I have to let me move to this corner side. So move this to close him here. Yes. So he has no option than to move the middle one. And as he moves, then I also close it, then I win. So I won 1. So as you can see up there, you can see yellow 1, red 0. That's the game that we are creating. So let's get back to our system again and continue with our coding. All right. So we created our file and we name it Kwesida Frankaa.html. And currently we are still on the app side. So we are going to continue with our code. I wish I can write everything this way, but I'm also thinking about one or two things. I don't know how clear. Okay, I think it's clear. I think it's very clear. So that's the game that we are playing. All right. So if you have not watched, if you just join, just go back a little bit. You realize the game that we are playing and the game that we are creating. So let's continue with our code. So currently we are now at the app background. So we are done with the width, and then we move on to the max width. All right. So the max width. So with the max width, here we go. We should go like 500 pixels. Okay, so we are moving on to 500 px. So pixels, and then here we close it here. Then we move on to our next line of code. Then write a border radius. All right, so the border radius is what we are writing now. The border radius. Then boomer. Then space it. We go with 10 pixels. All right, so here we go. Okay, then we move on to the ball shadow. Okay, ball shadow. All right, so the ball shadow, we should write the 0. Okay, then we move on to like the 5px, and then 15px, and then I think gray will be okay. So we go with gray because it's a box. Move on to line 24. So move on to line 24, and then we are going to write our overflow. All right, overflow. So there is a song that goes like I wanna see you. So overflow hidden, then we display should be flex. All right, so flex is not the name of a person or animal or place or a thing. All right, when it comes to coding, flex is not the name of a person. So we move on to the flex direction. Column, then boom. All right, so we are done with the upside. All right, so for the sake of people joining, we are going to play a little bit again of this game called Kwesida Frankaa. So it's an old game, as I said. It's an old year. It's an old game. Here in Ghana, that's what we have been playing since childhood. We have been playing this game. Okay, it's a game that we have been playing. Let me play against a computer again once again. So drop it here in the middle. I prefer the middle because I'm always the one to start. All right, unless I lose. So, and then move to the upper side. Move to the upper side. All right, so move to the upper side. Where should I move? Okay. So let me move to the upper right side. Okay, so I have to block him from winning. Move to this side. So move here. This is a strategic game. Now look at something. I'm going to move this one. That's the one on the top right. I'm going to move that one, and you see the AI is going to win. Boom. Definitely is going to win. So you see, red player wins the game. So AI has won. So click on play again. So yellow. So he starts. So if you win, you start. If you lose, you don't start. So anyone who wins and you click on continue, that person start. Okay, you go here. definitely. This guy is going to do two things, and I know. And I know what this guy is trying to do. So I'll block him here. And if I go this way, so what I'm going to do is I'll block him at this end too. See how? Because I've not seen this strategy before, so. And he's waiting for me to move the middle one. So I'm going to move this one rather to this side. Then he moves, okay? So what do I do? So I'm going to move this one upwards. No. Okay, let's move it upwards like this. Say close in the middle. Yes, I knew this was what he was going to do. So this is the easiest part. This is the easiest part. All that I need to do is I'll just have to come down to the middle side here. I don't need to move to this side. But if I move to that side, he's going to win. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to force him at this point, giving him no choice. Yes, so if he goes this way, all that I can do is, this is where the game becomes more easier. This point, I move it to the middle side to block him from moving. Okay, so here, he goes up. I know he was going to go up. Then I just move a little bit ahead. Boom. So it has become like 1-1. Okay, so if you want to play with me, just type play. If you think you are the best, just type play and we are going to play, don't worry. Alright, so boom. One more, then we continue with our code. Okay, I'll go left, right, left, right, left, right. Okay, let me go left. Okay, he goes right, let me go middle. Let me go middle, stop him from playing. Up here. See where it goes. Move the right down here. I think I need to force this guy to play nonsense. Let me come down here. So if you think you are very good when it comes to this game, this is an old game that we used to play when we were kids. Yes, in Ghana, it's an old game that we used to play when we were kids. Okay, let me do that. So this is where the strategy works. So how do I put it? So yeah, so open a gap. Let me just drop it here in the middle side. Drop it here in the middle side. Okay, then move on to the upper side. Close in here. Here. Whoa. So even sometimes he makes a mistake and then he forgot to move. You see, so I'm going to move to this side. Let's move on to this side. Boom. So now it's like 2-1. So I think we should continue with our code, or what do you think? Let's continue writing our code. So if you want to play this game, just drop play. Change my background a little bit. No, change the background to something. Change it to this cartoon rather. Yeah.
Will deepen cooperation between the Ghana Press Service and the traditional authorities across the country. Not only within the Ashanti Kingdom, but nationwide. Your address today will serve as a blueprint, a working document for strengthening relations between law enforcement and traditional governance.
Alright.
Moving forward, the police service will study and integrate traditional culture, customs, and local governance systems into our training, orientation, and reorientation program.
Okay, so let's continue with our code right here again. So look for our file, then here we go. So we are done with our app, with the app side, the dot app. So we are going to continue with our code. Then after we come back, so let's move on to the header. So we take the header to write the header. The header. Then boom, boom, boom. Come to line 29. Then when you get to the line 29, we start writing our background again. Then our background this time, okay. And we go with which color? So it was like dark blue. So we go with dark blue. And then let me do something right there, dark blue. So I'm going to do something right here. Let me do something right there and see how now our game looks like. Okay, so close it. Style. Right, hard. Head. Right, our last thing was that body. Oh yeah, was those body. I read body somewhere. Yeah, I read body, so definitely this side has to be body. Head. And then HTML. And check it out. Okay, so currently we are seeing our blue, what's it called? Our sea blue background. Yeah, that's it. So we are going to continue with our code again. If you are just joining, thank you for joining. And we are creating an old Ghanaian game called Kwesida Frankaa. So it's an old Ghanaian game that we are creating, and currently we are still on the style, which is the beautification of the whole thing. All right, so we are still with our background, and here we go. We are still with our background, okay? So it will get to a point that I'll end there so that we can continue with our code next time. All right, so let me write the last few things, okay, so that we will end here, so that we continue from the game title. All right, so now the dark blue, that's where our head that is, and then we'll continue to write the color. Now we are in Ghana, and then we spell our color like COLOUR. So that will be what? Which color do you think? So we should go with white. Sorry. Now listen, everything that you omit in your code means something. All right, and it is going to stress you out. The padding goes. Write a padding like 10 pesos. So after writing the 10 pesos, don't forget. Then we move on to 32. That'll be our next line of code. We write the text align, and boom, text align. The text align should be center. All right. Then we write the last one here. That'll be the border bottom. Okay, bottom. All right, so 2 pesos will be okay. 2 pesos won't be bad. Then we write solid. Okay, yes. So today we are going to end at the header. Then in our next streaming, we will continue with the rest of the code. All right, so don't worry. When we are done, I'm going to drop it in Alright, so currently we have our background, which is sea blue. But don't forget that I already have the code here. And if you request for this one, I can send this on to you. I'll send this one to you. Red wings, as you can see. So play with a computer. We have the hard, easy, the medium. So where you want to play, boom, play again. This time I'm playing against. So I'm going to reset the board. New game. Alright, so change the board. So let me use a picture. Let me see. Let me use Ankan and Agri's picture. Okay, let me find something. Let me use this guy. Alright. Alright, so thank you for watching. See you next time in another streaming, either around 12 a.m. GMT or 4 a.m. GMT. We'll be back again to continue with our code. Don't forget, this is the Phronimos channel, and if you have not subscribed, subscribe. And if you want the code for this game too, I'm going to drop it in the video description. Thank you for watching. See you next time on another stream, which may be at dawn or tomorrow morning. Bye. I think I need to sign out, so sign out. Okay, sign out with just one win. So I'm going to sign out with a win. Then I'll sign out. And you are welcome if you want to play with me. You are welcome. I just need somebody in the comment section who wants to play. All right. Thank each and everyone for coming. We end it right here today. Thank you. So let me end right here.